We recently visited the ancient city of Mardin in Turkey, and this is everything that we did. So on the first day we were just getting our bearings, having a wander around, and we were greeted by this unbelievable view that felt like you're on the edge of the world. And if you didn't know, Mardin is over 1,000 meters above the sea level, so you have this incredible desert-like view all around the city. I love all the little back streets here, and we came across this gorgeous little bookshop, and we just had a little mooch around, came across this pickle soap, which I slightly regret not buying. Before heading through the market to go grab some lunch, we stopped at a Gözleme place, which is like a Turkish savoury pancake, and we had a mincemeat and a cheese one, and these were the best Gözleme I've ever had, as well as this delicious chicken tantuni wrap. So good. The next day we headed out with our lovely Kurdish hostel owner, who very kindly took us out on a tour around the area, and he first took us to this beautiful 1,500-year-old monastery, and he joined us up with a tour that was actually fully in Turkish, so we were struggling to understand it, but what I could understand was that our Kurdish hostel owner was challenging the Turkish tour guide's facts about the area, which was awkward but funny at the same time. He then took us to see a 2,300-year-old Mesopotamian site, but unfortunately it was actually shut on Mondays, which none of us had realised, so we just took a wander around the area and had a look at the old ruins, of which we could. He then took us for lunch at a place that translates to White Water River, and if you ever get the chance to visit a Riverside restaurant in Turkey, then you absolutely must go. Just because for me personally, the idea of being surrounded by flowing water with good food is just my ideal kind of day out. After devouring a delicious mixed grill, we then headed to Midyat, where we had a series of very typical Turkish moments, starting with a chai with our hostel owner and his friends, and we were just hanging out there, and then followed by me staring curiously for too long at a man that was eating something, and he ended up giving me a bunch, which turned out to be green chickpeas. And then we ended up going on a side quest with our host and his friends, because they were actually on a business venture on a hunt for a new coffee shop location in the area. And if you guys didn't know, these kinds of things are very normal to do in Turkey, whether it's with your family, friends. You just end up joining random missions and just kind of hanging around for a lot of the time. And back at base for the evening, I wanted to cook a dinner for our hosts, but offer them something a little bit different to usual, so I tried my best to cook up a bit of a Mexicanish dinner with ingredients that I could find, and thankfully they seemed to enjoy it. Cooking, chatting and connecting with new people, this is just one of my favourite kinds of evenings. Then the next morning the host actually cooked us breakfast in return, and it was a lovely, delicious spread. We then headed out and visited Mardin Museum, which again provided the most incredible views and gorgeous architecture, and with Mardin having over 4,000 years of history from the Hittites, Romans, Mongols, Ottomans and more, this was a fascinating museum to visit. And we then wandered through the town to visit the main 850-year-old central mosque, which features the large minaret that you see from all angles of the city. And we took a wander through the narrow lanes of the old town. Here there's so many little shops, little boutiques, cute cafes, bustling markets. We came across this gorgeous little boutique / coffee shop that had a really nice eclectic mix of clothes, vintage clothes, accessories and jewellery, and I ended up grabbing this gorgeous double vase necklace, which I love. And finally we headed around the corner to this rooftop bar for a much needed cold pint and a sit, with yet another fabulous view of the city and desert land ahead. And we basically just sat here, played another round of gin rummy and watched the sun go down, and it was just the most delightful way to round off our time in Mardin.